You know, I was on this late-night flight from Tokyo to Los Angeles a while back, crammed into business class with all these high rollers who acted like they owned the sky, and there I sat, looking like I'd just rolled out of a thrift store, hoodie pulled low, scuffed boots tapping the floor, minding my own business, but feeling those stares like daggers from the get-go. This one guy, Victor Lang, some hotshot investor with a suit that probably cost more than my rent, leaned over to his buddy and whispered loud enough for half the cabin to hear. "She looks like she snuck in from economy, bet she used miles from flipping burgers." And his pal chuckled, adjusting his fancy watch, like my existence was ruining their vibe. Little did they know, I was Sarah Thompson, or what was left of her after 6 years off the grid, and those judgmental glances? They stung, sure, but I'd faced way worse in the cockpit of an F-16, where one wrong move meant lights out, not just a spilled drink on my sleeve. It started innocently enough, or so I thought, with this sweet kid next to me. Mia, maybe 7. With her mom Karen fussing over her like a helicopter parent. Mia knocked over her juice, soaking my arm, and Karen dabbed at it with this fake smile, her eyes scanning my faded jeans like I was some charity case invading their polished world. "Oh, sweetie, watch it," Karen said, but her tone dripped with that old money pity, you know, the kind that says, "How did you even afford this seat?" Across the aisle, Victor kept at it, muttering to a social media queen named Lila Voss. "Those boots have seen more wars than my portfolio, probably a hitchhiker who won a contest." And Lila smirked, snapping a discreet pic on her phone, her diamonds flashing like she was marking territory. I didn't bite back, nah. I just tugged my backpack closer, fingers brushing that old patch, wings crossed with a dagger, a ghost from my days as Phantom Eagle 9, the pilot who dodged missiles over hostile skies, but couldn't dodge a bad marriage that ended in flames, literally, when my husband's jet went down and the brass declared me Kia to cover some mess up I never fully understood. The tension built like turbulence we hadn't hit yet. Senator Elaine Roth in the back, nursing her scotch, eyeing me like I was a security risk, her whispers to her aide about standards slipping in air travel, fueling the fire, all because they saw me as an outsider, a nobody threatening their bubble of privilege, born from years of boardroom battles and gated communities where folks like me didn't belong. But then bam, the intercom crackled like thunder, the captain's voice shaky. "We need a pilot up here, stat co-pilot's out cold from some glitch in the system." And panic ripped through the cabin faster than a bad storm, folks twisting in their seats, Victor's face draining white as he barked. "What the hell? We're all gonna die because of budget cuts." Lila dropped her phone, hyperventilating. "This can't be real, I'm too young for this crap," and Karen clutched Mia tight, whispering, "It's okay, baby, just pray." No one moved. Of course, why would they? These were deal makers, not Dorsan. That's when I stood, slow and steady, slinging my backpack over my shoulder, my heart pounding not from fear, but from that old pull of the controls, the rush I'd buried after losing everything. Victor spotted me first, scoffing loud. "You? Sit your ass down, kid, you couldn't fly a kite." His voice laced with that entitled sneer, like my stepping up was a joke on his ego, and Lila piled on. "Yeah, sweetheart, this ain't Hubert, and make it worse." Her moxie cracking, but still sharp, born from a lifetime of getting her way with a bat of her lashes. Even the flight attendant, Mike, blocked my path, eyes wide. "Ma'am, we need pros here," but I locked eyes with him, voice calm as a clear runway. I flew F-16, skip me to the cockpit, and the words hung there, freezing the air, Victor's jaw dropping like he'd been slapped, whispers rippling. "F-16? That's Air Force Elite bullshit. She's bluffing." I pushed past, into that cockpit glowing with red alerts. The co-pilot wait. No, the captain was slumped, tech failure mimicking a heart thing in the stand-in pilot. Young guy named Alex. Eyed my hoodie like I was a prank, snarling. "You? A woman in sneakers? Prove it or get out." His doubt raw, fueled by years of macho flight school crap, where girls like me had to fight twice as hard. Outside, the shouts echoed Victor's booming. "Don't trust her. She's a fraud. Got billions riding on landing alive." And Lila's shrill. "If we crash, it's on you, wannabe." Their fear twisting into blame, all because admitting I might save them meant admitting they'd been wrong, shattering that fragile superiority built on wealth and whispers. But I slid into the seat, Hands on the yoke like greeting an old flame. Memories flooding desert bases. The roar of afterburners. My call sign crackling over the radio before that fateful night when intel failed. My wingman me love gone in a fireball, and me walking away scarred, presumed dead to escape the grief and the lies. The storm hit hard, plane bucking like a wild horse, radar screaming red, and I threaded us through, fingers dancing on dials. Alex watching slack-jawed as I radioed. This is Phantom Eagle 9, requesting emergency vector. And the tower gasped back. Phantom Eagle? You were Kia 6 years ago, holy shit, you're alive. The cabin went dead silent then, Victor's protests dying, Lila's sobs turning to awe, as we broke through the clouds, touching down smooth as silk, the cheers erupting like fireworks, Mia yelling, "You're a hero, lady," her innocence cutting through the shame. We deplaned into chaos, reporters swarming, black SUVs rolling up, and this Colonel, Briggs, saluting me sharp. "Welcome back, Phantom Eagle, we mourned you." Revealing it all, the cover-up to protect brass egos after my husband's crash, tied to some shady op. Victor slunk away, but his mockery went viral, tanking his firm overnight karma from a phone vid showing his ugly side. Lila lost her endorsements, her influencer crown crumbling under headlines like "Sky Snob Shamed," and Senator Roth faced probes for her inaction, her power play backfiring. Karen hugged Mia, whispering apologies my way, eyes wet with regret, and even Alex shook my hand, muttering, "You saved us all, sorry for doubting." I walked off, backpack heavy with ghosts, that ring from my lost love twisting on my finger, a quiet reminder that heroes don't always wear capes, sometimes just hoodies. But here's the thing that sticks with me: is their shame real, or just fear of fallout? Did judging me stem from their own insecurities, that bubble bursting when a nobody like me held their lives? Makes you wonder about the divides we build, right? Hey, if this hit home, drop a like, subscribe for more real-life twists, and tell me in the comments, what would you have done in that cabin? Called out the snobs early, or waited like I did? Share your take on judgment and comebacks, let's chat about it.